I'm your host, Welcome to 93. You're joining me for Witness, a Bodyguard Romance, Chapter 13, Trial by Fire. Cassian's arms encompass you as he lifts you up and lays you back, down on the back seat. He threads your fingers with his as he positions himself above you. You always taste like honey and sweet flowers. That must be why bees love me so much. With a hearty laugh, Cassian buries his face in your neck, kissing the soft skin there. As his mouth finds the hollow of your throat, you let out a long, low moan. Oh. His body responds to yours, trailing his arms down to grip your thighs. He gathers the fabric of your clothes in his hands, his fingers slip underneath to the tingling bare skin below, which begs to be touched. Do you trust me? Can I say no? Yes, I trust you. Good. Now get on all fours. Your breath leaves you in a gasp as you position yourself facing away from Cassian. Anticipation fills you as you hear him remove his clothes and toss them on the floor. Do you need help taking mine off? I've got it. Hot air glides down your backside as he uses his mouth to strip your clothes from your body. The light scraping of his teeth on your ass causes you to grip the hard leather of the seat. Oh, I didn't know you possess such skill. Cassian chuckles, giving you a playful pinch on your rear. I can do loads of things with my mouth. His lips brush between the ridges of your curve, slowly inching his tongue out and sliding it down the innermost parts of you. Bending forward slightly, you push your back up to give him even better access. Oh God. Ridges of his thick tongue massage against you, pressing and reaching in long, steady motions. Heat pours from you as he removes his mouth and glides himself forward in place, touching the places of you he couldn't before. You throw your head back, crying out as you spread your palms against the steamed-up windows. Cassian. Slowly and teasingly, he rotates his hips, guiding your knees even further apart. His fingers trace your spine until they're hovering just above the slope of your ass. I can massage you here too if you like. Sure, receive a sensual massage. Yes, please. I can't wait to make you feel good. Cassian displays his hand down on your backside, caressing your curves and bringing his hand up and down in gentle slopes. He then begins to press more firmly, tracing the rising mounds and valley of your inner thighs. That's amazing. His fingers curl into a ball, kneading your muscles in deep, circular motions. The movements relax you in a way that opens up your body even more, offering him access to the normally hidden parts of you. Christ, you're so sexy. You find your every pressure point building up an energy within you that leaves you breathless. You're spreading apart and squeezed together again, rubbing against his soft but solid fingertips. More. The heel of his hand travels down your spine over your ass and massages you from side to side. Every nerve ending is pulsing, threatening to lose control at his touch, and when he cups the whole of you, you let out a moan that echoes in the small space. Repositioning himself slightly, Cassian places one hand on your back, pressing you down, while the other clutches your rear. Your nails scrape the glass as he uses his grip to increase the speed of your meeting bodies. Tell me what you want me to do, Nami. Pull your hair and suck on your neck. I need to feel how much you want me. There aren't enough words. Good, because we're done talking. He pulls you up by your waist, pressing your back against his warm chest. As his lips close over the place where your neck meets your shoulders, he threads his hands in your hair and gives you a gentle tug. Harder. Groaning, he pulls until your head is tilted up at the ceiling, sending ripples of desire from your head to your toes. You feel his power as he sucks, burying his face even deeper as you barely hold yourself up due to the way it weakens your knees. You make me so crazy. The sound of him devouring you fills your ears, his tongue licking the beating sweat from your bare skin. Tugging again, he pulls your hair harder, holding you in place as his body connects with your core. Steadily, his movements increase in speed, growing more and more frenzied as your moans get louder. You beat your hands against the completely steamed glass windows, pounding against it as you beg the sweet release. Cassian roars as you explode, firing fierce with the heat of 1,000 burning suns. Just when you think the sensation is over, it rages through you again, and all you can do is surrender. Your limbs tangle with Cassian's, and his hands roam your body, and you can never, ever want it to stop. Much too soon, the ferry has docked, and you and Cassian are attempting to blend in with the crowd as you exit the ship. Do you see any monsters? By now, they could have called reinforcements. Nothing yet, but that doesn't mean they're not out there. God, is this a cheesy, X-rated film? To avoid attention, we should act extra affectionate. Maybe we should split up. Yeah, we'll go with that. They've seen us together, so they'll be looking for two people. Good point, but the most I'm going is a foot away from you. Yeah, I'm sure the big U.S. Marshal on your chest doesn't help things either. You know how to move several inches to the left of Cassian, stepping slightly behind someone else in the crowd. I see them. The monsters? No, Tomas and the other marshals. The delivery truck is our way out of here. Following his gaze, you see the nondescript truck parked just beyond the dock. We made it, we're safe. Cassian smiles at you, the relief on his face fading as a familiar noise rips through the air. Nami! And suddenly you're being thrown to the ground, your ears buzzing from the sound of a gunshot. Lying on the wooden dock with Cassian's limbs tangled with yours, you reach down and feel sticky, wet blood coating your abdomen. I can't panic, I need to stop the bleeding. Okay, if I can locate the wound, I can put pressure on it. Taking a calming breath, you lift your top to try and see where you've been hit. Several screams ring out as the U.S. Marshals rush into the crowd, and you freeze as you find the eyes of the shooter on you. Oh, hi. Here, if you were nice, it could have dated you. Maeve O'Connell. Maeve is sprinting towards you when Tomas tackles her to the ground, and you let out a breath of relief. Which is easy, and not at all painful to take, making you realize you weren't the one who was shot. The blood is in yours. Cassian! His body is still face down beside you, and it takes all your might to roll him over onto his back. Dark red blood soaks his shirt, covering most of his stomach beneath his vest. Your hands scramble to cover the hole where the bullet found its way into the gap between the vest and his belt. His eyelids flutter open, and his voice is a ragged gasp. Nami. Oh my god. You're gonna be okay. Help is on the way. You attempt to steady your voice, desperate to reassure him. Just hang on. Try not to move. Cassian starts to give you a weak smile, then winces. Couldn't, even if I wanted to. Tears stream down your cheeks as you gather Cassian in your arms. Promise me you'll survive this. Nami, love, whatever happens, I'm so goddamn lucky to have met you. As his eyelids start to flutter closed, you give him a gentle shake. Cassian, I need you to stay awake. Sirens wail behind you, and suddenly hands are threatening to tug you away from Cassian. We're gonna need you to step back. Please, I need to stay with him. EMT loads Cassian onto the gurney, her hard expression wavering for a moment as she looks at your distraught face. Oh, for the love of... Convince the EMTs to let you go with him. I promise I won't get in your way. Alright, but don't make me regret this. Grasping Cassian's hand, you hurry alongside him as he's loaded into the ambulance. The wheels cause everything to shift slightly as the truck takes off, but you don't let it separate you from Cassian. I'm right here, Cassian. As the paramedics move at lightning speeds, Cassian's eyes flicker open, their usual mischievous sparkle missing. You're even beautiful when you cry. A startled laugh mingles with your sobs. This is hardly the time to be flirting with me. Smiling through the pain, he squeezes your hands together. Or maybe it's exactly right. He coughs, allowing you to see the coat of blood lining the inside of his lips. Cassian. The glassy sheen of his eyes lifts for a moment as he gazes deeply into yours. I love you, Nami. I love you too. His eyelids close, but you don't move until the ambulance arrives at the docking bay, where you hand Cassian over to the capable doctors rushing to treat him. Tomas appears at your side, tears streaming down his face. Nami, I'm so sorry. You pound your fists against his chest in a mix of rage and sorrow. You don't get to say that. You made a choice, Tomas. You're right. I should have lived with the consequences of my actions, not Cassian. Now he's fighting for his life because of what I've done. He lets out a thick sob, and your anger melts away. You give him a tight hug, and the two of you help each other over into the car. Cassian has always been able to handle himself. He's never needed protection, I didn't think. But I should have known he'd try to be a hero. If only I'd seen Mabel Connell sooner. Motion racks his throat, and he grips the steering wheel as he drives. Boss, I'm scared for him too. There's so much blood. Cassian's a fighter. If anyone can fight this, it's him. Neither of you speaks for several seconds, allowing your grief to feel the silence of the car. I've been a superior for a long time now. We've made it through some tight spots together. He's like a son to me. Tomas, there's something you should know about me and Cassian. Nami, whatever you're gonna say, it's okay. But we've been keeping a secret. A slow grin spreads over Tomas's face. Yes, and I know nothing about it. Let's keep it that way. Wait, how do you know? I may not be as young as you kids, but I'm not blind. Cassian never looks at anyone that way. He looks at you. He creeps up to your cheeks. Oh, I see. For the record, I think you two make a great couple. I mean, if, you were together, that is. As Tomas winks, you lean back against the seat, a small sense of relief passing over you. At least one thing is under control. But that feeling doesn't last long when a loud beep indicates an incoming text on the phone at the center console. Would you mind reading that to me? It should be coordinates for where we're headed. As you read the text aloud, you can't help but gasp. They want us to go straight to the courthouse. My testimony has been moved up. Oh my god, no! A little while later, you can see the courthouse through the car window just before Tomas pulls into the underground garage. We usually take secret witnesses and high-profile defendants through here. Every inch of it is watched and guarded, so you're absolutely safe. Tomas turns to look at you, his eyes sweeping over your blood-stained clothes. We picked up some clothes for you to wear. Sorry that we had to guess at your size, but I'm sure you can find something that will prove to the judge that you're serious about testifying. Gotta look like the star witness you are. I'll wait outside while you change. Really? You pull the clothing out of the duffel bag Tomas handed you to try on, then take a look at yourself in the car mirror. Yep, star witness material here, guys. Oof. You put on the matching skirt and blazer, which do not match at all, smoothing down the striped top underneath. Eat your heart out, the good wife. You step out of the car and Tomas gives you an approving nod. As my girls would say, that's runway material. Are they into fashion? Very, and they love to comment on my lack of sense about it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But even I can tell you look great. Definitely star witness material. Do we have to go now? Yes, don't worry, you got this, come on. Two armed guards meet you and Tomas at the door to the courthouse, and you're ushered inside. You barely have time to look around the courthouse as Tomas and the guards whisk you into the courtroom. Lingering at the back, you lean closer to Tomas to whisper, Any word about Cassian? No, I'm sorry, but he'll pull through. He's tough, and Cassian would want you to be tough without him here. Easier said than done. He promised me he'd be here to see this through. I'm not so sure I can do it without him. Your thoughts are interrupted by a side door opening. You spot the judge in her black robe. All rise for the Honorable Judge Mason. This court is now back in session. You may be seated. D.A. Singh, are you ready to call this mysterious witness? I am, Your Honor. The state of Massachusetts calls Nami Russo to the stand. Every eye in the courtroom turns to watch you walk up to the aisle. Flanked by guards, you immediately recognize two sets of menacing glares. Okay, I have a question. How did they get the woman here that fucking fast, and they also gave her a change of outfits? Those are the same smiles they had as they stabbed that man. Oh god. Oh god, indeed. Whatever will we do, guys? In before Cassian, in his bleeding heart, comes in and he's bleeding, literally and figuratively, and he gives us support, moral support. Don't worry, guys, it's gonna happen. Anyway, without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below. Links to social media, Discord if you'd like to support me and my content. And without further ado, holy mother of diamond choices. Oh, please someone save me. Bye.